Hello, Coffee Time friends. How y'all doing? My half and half don't go up to November 5th. What are y'all up to? I hope y'all are having a good evening. It's pretty here. It's 71. Blue skies. I love the blue skies of October. They're so beautiful. Let's go over here to this electric skillet. Mama and I are cooking a little bit tonight, ain't we, Mama?
Mama ain't doing nothing.
Mama ain't doing nothing, she says, but... So I just put a little of the cooked chicken in here. And a little bit of the broth, just to give it some liquid there. And I'm just wanting to let this get good and done. I take that back. Not done, it's done. Oh. I want to get good and hot, and I wouldn't care to have a little bit of browning on it. Might have too much liquid in there to brown much.
Yeah, you have.
Not doing as many seasons, but I am still doing a little seasoning, because that's what makes the world go round. There's a little bit of seasoning. You can do all things in moderation. And I did talk to Mama's doctor, and they said, look, you gotta live. Just do things moderately. That's what we're trying to do. So this is a little bit of Southern Secret. Y'all's Southern Secret. Yeah, it has a little bit of sodium, but we didn't go over the board. We just done a little flavor for the garlic and the onion that's going in there. And I'm just going to let this get good and hot. It's already tender. Someone asked, how do we get chicken tender? Because theirs is tough. When we boil our chicken, we boil it. We start out with filtered water. And I fill it up over the chicken by 3 or 4 inches. And then I put a little butter. Try to do less than less. We used to do a stick of butter with 3 or 4 or 6 breasts that I cut in half. Now I do about a half a stick of butter, a little bit of salt, a lot more black pepper, and I let it cook for 5 to 6 hours. Like I'll put it on and just let it simmer. You want to let it roll and boil, and then turn it down to a slow, steady simmer, right, Mama?
Yeah.
And
you can tell when it starts falling all to pieces, it's tender.
Exactly. When you stick your fork in there and you can't pick it up without it falling off, it's tender. If it's not tender enough for you, then I think the problem is you're not cooking it long enough. You can't just cook it for 10 minutes or something and say, it's done. You got to cook it for a good little while.
Yeah.
Now, I'm totally cheating tonight. I could make my own Alfredo sauce, but I bought this. It's Ragu brand. It's just the classic Alfredo sauce, and I'm going to add a few things to it to make it my own. But it's perfectly fine if you don't want to start with the roux and do all that, to start out with a jar. And if you don't like to jar cook, then you do it your way, and
yeah.
And you make it the long way. Maybe you got more time than I do. Or maybe you want to fool with it more than I do on that part. Because I'm looking for flavor, and I'm looking to get a meal on the table. And I love these one dish wonders. So jarred it is for us tonight. And jarred is what's going in next. So this is just a classic Alfredo sauce. This is a 1 pound, it says, jar. And in it goes. In it goes. Now I'm going to put the lid on this, and I'm going to set it upside down right here. Now, to this, I'm going to add, this is half and half. Do y'all smell yours every time, even if it's not supposed to be out for a month? In it goes. And I'm going to put about half a cup of half and half. Now, just because I love it, it's going to get a dash of Duke. And I'm going to put about a half a cup of Dukes. Okay? You just want to let that stir in there. I've turned the heat down. This is down to 300. I don't know what that means on a stove. On this electric skillet, it's 300 though. Do you know what it equivalent?
No, I don't know.
To?
Skillet and stuff. I never Or did you use electric skillet a whole lot?
You did when I was a kid, but I knew what we were having. We were having fried chicken.
Oh yeah, that was the with my town crops.
Yes, I knew when I saw that silver skillet, and we still have that. I should get it out and use it. I think Dana Sandridge, she cooks it. She's got a couple of them, and every time I see hers, I think about yours, and I think, oh, that's just like my mama's. Okay, you just want to let this boil. Can y'all see that? It's got good and hot. It's come to a good boil. Now remember, milk is just like sugar. It will stick. Our store, Save a Lot, has this beautiful spinach. It's already been washed. Now I'm going to put a ton of it in there. And you're going to say...
We don't need all that much then.
That's what Mama just said. That's what Jen's going to say. You don't need that much, John. Spinach shows up to the party, and then it's gone. We're going to put the lid on it, and we're going to chat. Chat it up. What are y'all up to? Hi, John and Mama from Michigan. Hey, Brad. Anyone from Florida here tonight? Can you tell us how you're doing? I am watching from Texas. Hey, Renata, how are you? Hey, is that Elva? Hello, how are you? What are you cooking? We are cooking chicken Alfredo Florentine, when Florentine just means spinach. So that's what's on our menu tonight. And it's a one-shot wonder here for us. And we like those, don't we, Mama?
Yeah. That last night was good.
Oh, that was so good. And I have eaten that for lunch today. And I'm going to put a little rice in this if you want it, Mama.
Yeah.
If you don't, we will put it on the side.
Let's put it on the side.
We'll just put it out there, and this will heat it enough. And that'll work out just right. Let's see that spinach. Where'd it go?
It's in there. I see it.
Mm-hmm. Mama, you act like it's there, but you know it's not going to be.
It is. I see that green stuff.
I see that green, and I think it looks beautiful. Mama's like a kid. I have to put it in and give her no choice but to eat it. Folks, once again I ask you, where did all my spinach go? There was a bunch in there. Well, there it goes, cooking down. Spinach is one of those things, kind of like cabbage. Once it cooks, it just sort of disappears. Now,
it just wilts down. It don't disappear.
I'm not putting any salt in it. I am cracking some black pepper. We love little pepper. We've learned to like it even better, haven't we, Mama?
I'm beating more lately.
I'll tell you something Mama and I both said the other day, and it's just so true. She wanted some fried taters the other night, and I made her some. And they tasted absolutely horrible. And I made them perfect. I didn't do anything wrong. And Mama's, she was sat down here, she said, they don't taste like I wanted them to. And I said, you know why? I said, because you and I both really like fried salt.
That's right.
The only thing I didn't do, I even put a little butter in them and everything. The only thing I didn't do is I didn't put salt like we normally do. I didn't put any salt. I just put some no salt flavoring. Mama don't even know about this next little thing I'm going to tell y'all. Mama, I got an Amazon order today.
I know that.
And I bought us salt substitute.
Is that going to be bitter?
I guarantee you it's going to be awful.
Yeah, I know it.
Do you want to taste it?
Yeah.
I guarantee you, we ain't going to like it. It's just like them Zero Cokes that you learn to love.
Ooh.
We learned to love the Cokes, didn't we? Let's turn this all the way down. Let's just turn this off.
It's salty, but it's got that wine just a little.
But we're going to use it.
Well,
We're going to season with it. We're going to pretend like we love it for a minute. We went back to the doctor today. Mama got all good news. Really, she did. They said, you know, if they even said you look better, I can tell you feel better. They were happy with me, Mama.
yeah.
And she's right on track. And she's lost all that water weight we were worrying about.
Not all of it, but
I mean, a lot of it.
Yeah, it's on the right road.
And it's because we're doing less sodium and all those goodies, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay. So, we decided, Mama decided, and I'll just put this rice right here. I was going to just put it in there a little bit, but Mama said no. She don't want it in there. Do you, Mom?
No. I'll try it different. That's way more than enough for me.
It's quite a bit, ain't it?
Yes, it is.
You can heat this, steam it, and all that, but it's going to be hot right now in 2 seconds. And you can use egg noodles. This is just plain white rice. It's well cooked. It was delicious yesterday. I like day-old rice better because you can do more with it, like fry it or whatever you want to do. And this is room temperature. This is not. It's been sitting out here and it's not cold. It's just still clumpy, but it's good rice. All right. Here comes the fun. The chicken. Good and hearty spinach. But look, folks, you've seen how much I put in there. You're hard pressed to see it in the plate. I know Mama says she can see every drop of it.
Yeah.
Mama, you gotta eat a little bit of it.
Wonder if it'll do me like it did Popeye.
Oh, I'm sure.
Make my muscles pop up big and strong.
I'm sure. I didn't open the can like Popeye, though.
I don't know why he needs to eat spinach if he can squeeze it.
Well, he
out.
ate it the day before.
Oh.
It lingers. The benefits linger, Mama. Let's bless it. We might ought to bless it since we're doing something different.
Yeah.
For sure. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for this meal. We thank you for providing it for us, dear Lord, and we thank you that we're able to sit here together and partake of it. Lord, please just watch over us, lead, guide, and direct us in all that we do. Be with this world we're living in. Put a hedge of protection around us and our children as we go our ways and do our vocations and go to school and what we need to do. Be with our nation, be with our world, and be with us as we walk and talk and do what you'd have us to do. In your name we pray. Amen. So there it is. Chicken Alfredo over rice instead of egg noodles. We love it over egg noodles. Now, Mama, don't be thinking about the egg noodles.
I'm thinking about this big bottle of spinach.
Mama says she's got spinach in hers. Well, I like it. Even without salt. I'm going to try a little bit of this.
I don't want none of it. It's salty enough for me.
I just do one bite. It's good as salt. Food. Now, this tasting of it, it's a little strong. But I'm going to sprinkle a little bit more because I put nothing in that. And it's good. I mean, I'm going to... We're not sponsored. We're just talking. But it is good. And look at that spinach. I love the spinach.
Is the mayonnaise got quite a bit of salt or something? Maybe it's salty enough.
It's just got 70 milligrams per tablespoon. So, I don't know how many tablespoons I put in there. This definitely adds a salt flavor.
Mm-hmm.
And it definitely, it's not bitter or bad. I'll be using it too. The real test will be on my eggs.
Oh.
I could have put that whole bag of spinach in here. If I go to a restaurant that has spinach on the menu, creamed or whatever, I'm probably going to order it. You choke?
It'll be all right.
You are, but it'll be all right.
Yeah, that spinach was.
Over your windpipe.
Mm-hmm.
Did it just stretch out like an umbrella in there?
A blanket.
That's the reason Mama don't like it. It's those greens will kill you. But I love them. Probably, if I ate this for lunch tomorrow, I would probably put a big handful of spinach on top of it and just stir it in and heat it. The rice is good and warm. Tastes good, don't it?
Yeah.
I don't like to overcook my rice. I don't like to double cook it. Yeah, I don't mind to fry it, but I don't like to double heat it in the microwave or something. I don't like my coffee put in the microwave either. Just don't care for it. I'm going to call this healthier than what we normally eat.
Yeah, no salt and fresh spinach.
Even though the Alfredo has got a little salt in it.
That's where the salt comes from.
It has 7 servings in here. 320. But you've not eaten anything too much sodium today. So if you've got 400 or 500 milligrams of salt out of this one little serving, which that's just a small serving, you would have to eat a whole 1/4 of a cup of just this to get that much. I'm liking this sodium free for all cooking salt substitute. Wonder what's in it. Don't tell me.
Probably bad stuff.
Probably everybody's gonna say that causes cancer in lab rats, John. Or no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying y'all probably gonna tell me that. Don't tell me. I've got to have something. We gotta have some kind of salt.
Well, I've not eaten much salt. Everything seems
You've
more
done better.
salty.
I think that's just a fact. When you've not eaten much of anything, everything like sweet even. Lessens the nutritional value in the food. Marjorie, I bet it does. I mean, it would have to, wouldn't it? Got to love Mama Piggy. Thank you. Please don't put your food up to the screen. Please don't put your food up to the screen. Karen replied to Carolyn. Well, Karen or Carolyn, whoever you are, I'll do what I want to. If I want to put the food up to the screen, I will. So, you all can turn away if you don't want the food up to the screen. Alright. A lot of times people get bossy on here and they think they're going to tell me something, but I can't be told a lot. And just move on. Hey, Elizabeth. Hey, Cindy. Did the doctor tell Mama what her daily sodium intake should be?
No.
Tracy, no. I've asked, and they said you can just follow your regular diet. Cut back on it, but not to cut it out. In fact, she has to have salt. It's part of with her Lasix. And so, no, they haven't said anything. In fact, the only instructions they gave me the other day was return to her normal diet. And I asked them about red meat, and they said moderation is fine. And they said salt cut back, but not cut out. And
we've not eaten no red meat at all.
And so they really haven't given her any strict guidelines. I don't think diet can help her situation right now. It may be an overall long-term, lifelong thing if you choose not to. But I'm going to tell you something. Somebody told me one time, if you exercise every day and you only eat good things and you only drink water, you're going to die anyway. Do you know anybody who's 175 because they ate good? Do you know anybody who's even 110? Five?
Some people.
Do you know anybody who's 105 right now because they ate perfectly? I do think you should eat good as you can. But if you go through your whole life, I can taste that little bit of mayonnaise I put in there, that Duke's. It's got that, you can taste that in that sauce. If you go through your whole life depriving yourself of everything, have you lived? You know, if you go through your whole life exercising and doing things 3 or 4 hours a day, have you added to your life if you're taking 3 or 4 hours every day to do something? Moderation. I think all things in moderation. But we're not here. I'm not a health expert. I'm not trying to tell you anything. I'm going to tell you, do what you feel like you should do. Check with your doctor. And whatever they tell you to do, do it. All the Mrs. Dash blends are so delicious. Susan, I agree 100%. And I do have Mrs. Dash. I've got a bunch of them. We've always used those. We have never tried to put extra in our diets. Yeah, we use salt. Yeah, we've used red meat a lot. We're trying to do less red meat and more healthier stuff. But we're going to use some seasoning. And we're going to use some, flavorings. We're just going to do moderation. Mama don't eat that much anyway. It ain't like she's sitting around all day long eating that kind of stuff. With her diabetes, she don't eat much sugar. So what little she eats, and it's not necessarily all the food we fix at home. It's like if you eat a ton of processed, when you're eating out every meal, and there's more sodium, more chemicals and stuff in this. We use a lot of our own homegrown things, and like this bag of spinach, and that's pretty healthy for you, I guess. So, all things in moderation. All chemicals not good for you. Exactly, Rob. None of them are good for us. When is Mama's surgery? We don't have a date yet, Tina, but it is going to be soon.
Hopefully.
I mean, we're pushing, maybe at the end of the month. It's not a definite, but. Okay, yummy, Debbie says. Yeah. Doctors say don't use it. Use Mrs. Dash. Don't use it. You mean this salt stuff? I'm sure somebody says not to use it. I just bought it to try. There's some things you just need salt on. And there will be some things we'll just put plain old salt. Right out of this here Tupperware shaker. But just to add a little flavor, we'll try a little bit of this. And it's tasting pretty good.
It is.
You need to use Celtic salt if you have to have it. It's very good for you.
What kind of salt?
Celtic. Got it right here. This is Celtic salt. And it's tasty. It's salt. I've been reading up on salt, believe it or not. I've got Celtic here. I've got pink Himalayan here. And to be honest with you, the research I've done myself, and I'm not a salt expert, you research it for yourself. This is probably the best. This is just pretty to say. Not a lot of health differences. But if you feel like it is, then that's great. We're not going to debate it because I'm just telling you what I've read. Because I have fallen into all those little patterns too. And I like both of those salts. And I use both of them, as you can see. This Celtic is about gone. I have learned your body has to have salt to hydrate your cells. You can drink all the water you want. It's not going to hydrate you if you don't have salt in your cells to absorb that water. So it's a very important thing. It's not all bad. A lot of times we jump on bandwagons, and I'm guilty. Yeah, Deborah, we gotta have it sometimes. I'm guilty of jumping on bandwagons, like the pink Himalayan salt. I just believed everything they said about it. Well, I bought some. I got some today. I ordered it, so it's ground. You don't have to grind it, and I thought that'd be easier. There's really no difference in it, but I'll buy it. I like plain old salt. It's got iodized salt, but some things aren't as advertised when you really get down to the core of what's in there. And I'm not saying any of this isn't. Hello, Mama and John. So happy you are feeling better. Hopefully, Mama will keep going. Yes. What's that? The correct direction. Yes, Julie. That's what we're aiming for, ain't it, Mama?
Yeah, we're trying.
I say, April Albright says, I say, use what God put on the earth. It's got to be healthier than man-made stuff. You sound just like my mama, April.
She's my friend.
Mama believes in bacon grease and those things. And I'm a component of that too. Happy Thursday. Hope it's been a blessed day. Linda, it has been a blessed day.
Yeah. Had a safe trip and everything.
Most of our days are blessed. Every day is a blessing. Just find something in it. You can find things that you can get upset over. Someone told me years ago, ask yourself, is this going to matter in 24 hours? Is this going to matter in 48 hours? Is it going to matter a week from now? A month from now? If it don't matter to you for
most
more...
Most little philia stuff don't matter in an hour from then.
If it's going to matter to you in your life, then get upset over it. Go ahead. But if it ain't going to matter, don't waste your energy on it. Good evening from Nova Scotia. Hey, Judy, how are you? We are all going to die. Live every day like your last day. It's very can be. Doreen, I agree with you. Live every day like it's your last, because it could be. When you're with your family, just remember, this too shall pass. That's a little saying. No, it's not in the Bible. People say, no, it's not from the Bible. There are scriptures in there that references that kind of notion, but this too shall pass is not in the Bible. But we use this too shall pass a lot of times for bad things. If you're going through a hard time, just like Mama not feeling well, this too shall pass. But you got to use it in the good days too.
Oh, yeah.
When you're sitting outside and your kids are playing and they're running up to you every 30 seconds with a clover or a flower, or they're telling you something they've seen and they're so excited. That's going to pass too, folks.
Faster than you realize.
Sitting around the Christmas tree with the family, fighting over presents and throwing paper and bows. This too shall pass. Just remember that. Because nothing is forever. This world's a temporary place.
We was talking about that this morning, what all has changed just lately through here.
Drive through your town. Now, you youngins won't pay attention to it. But you older folks, my age, older, drive through your town and just think what used to be there. What store, what business, who used to live in that house. And you're going to see that very few things have not changed. Even the landscape has changed. Even the trees are bigger, changing the way things look. So everything, we're in a rolling ball. We are moving on, and life seems stagnant sometimes, but it's never stagnant. It's always moving. We're always a day older. A lot is hereditary. That's right, Renee. A lot of your health is hereditary.
My heart condition is hereditary.
Yes, it is. Nola's telling somebody. And Nola will report any negativities. Thank you, Nola. I'll go back and catch that one. I don't know. Yeah, a lot of times people on here, they get very vocal. You know, things that people will say on cooking shows or just any kind of show amazes me sometimes. Stuff you'd never say in person. Stuff they would never say to somebody's face, but they'll just type it on there like, oh.
If you don't like it, don't watch it. That's simple.
That's right. We ain't hear about negativity. We're not dwelling on it. We just delete you. I love every one of you. Want every viewer we can get, and we want you to share it with your friends, and we want you to push it out and all those things. But when you get here, just tell your friends. If you invite them in, they're just about living life and being positive and trying to spread some love and Jesus, and it's none of that negative, no drama. This is not the drama center. This is where you come to get away from it, and that's what we're going to do. My hometown looks nothing like it did growing up. No, Deanna.
Everything changes.
Nothing. Just the same. There's a store or two. That building's been there, but are the same people in it?
No.
It is hard to find something from my childhood in this hotel that's the same.
It's really hard from mine.
I'm trying to think. The post office.
Yeah,
Different people's there, though.
Yeah.
Everything's changed. Everything's changed. And life changes. That's what it's all about. But just enjoy it. Get up every morning with a good notion in your head. Thank the Lord before you even get out of the bed that you woke up. That's the first thing I think of.
It's a blessing just to wake up.
When I wake up, I say, thank you, Lord, for putting me on the wake-up list today.
Yeah.
And then I get to thinking, what am I going to do today? Hope everything goes well. Get up in the morning, spend a little time with you and the Lord, and get yourself ready for the day. It'll make it a little better. There's things that happen. There's tough times, folks. It's hard. And I'm not going to tell you every day is something to be happy about, but be joyful. Joy and happy is two different things. Peace is another thing. You can have joy and you can have peace in your heart in the worst times of your life. Don't mistake joy for laughter or joy for everything's going my way. No. You can have happy times and laughing times. That's great. But joy is something that you have in your heart, and you have to get it from yourself, and you have to depend on the Lord to give it to you. And peace. There's nothing like peace, knowing I'm a winner either way. Whatever happens, I'm a winner either way. And that's peace. That's when you lay down at night on your pillow and you're at peace. That's something to never trade your peace for nothing. Never give up your joy for anybody. That's yours. You hold on to it. And if you get into something that takes your joy and takes your peace, you get out of it as soon as you can.
Oh, yeah.
Get out of it as soon as you can.
Anybody
Amen.
from Florida, say how they're doing.
I haven't seen anybody. How's your family in Florida? I worried about them all night. It hit right before I went to sleep. I'd gone to bed, but right before I went to sleep, there was something on Facebook that said, it has just made landfall. And I thought, oh, Lord, please be with all those folks. And I know. I had friends there on vacation, but they left, thank goodness. But I know if I had a kid there or a parent there or a loved one that lived there, I know y'all were just a nervous wreck. And but we were praying for him. We talked about him right before you went to bed, didn't we?
Yeah.
And it's important to always remember him. I have joy and peace and the love of my Lord. Amen, Marilyn.
That's wonderful.
You're a rich woman. If you can have joy and peace and the love of God, you've got all you really need. Everything else is just extra. Just extra. We love Mama and you. Well, thank you, Preston. We love y'all too. We really do.
Yes.
We talk about you all like you are a family member. Yeah, we'll say, Mama talks about y'all more than I do even. If she sees something or she says, why don't you try this for coffee time people? Why don't you do this recipe? Or what are you going to fix for coffee time people? You all are a big part of our lives. We haven't planned any of this. Like I've told you before, I started out just on my own little personal page, 10 or 15 people watch it, and it grew into this, and we thank you for it, and we thank y'all for being here, and we love each one of you, and you are like family. And we don't block people because we want to block anybody, and we'll give everybody a chance. But we just can't have anybody on here, because there's people who just get on places to do stuff that talk about any of you all. Now that'll get you blocked more than anything, when you start saying something to somebody else on here. And you don't have to agree with everything we say. And we invite you to post your opinions. That's different. It's just, don't be rude. And don't say unnecessary stuff. And you know when you're being rude and being difficult. You go out of your way to do
My
that.
mommy always said, if you can't say nothing nice, just don't say nothing at all.
That's right. That's
That's
kind
the way
of the
I
rule
was
we go by.
raised.
Your opinions are welcomed. If you don't like this mess I've stirred up here tonight, so John, I wouldn't eat that. I don't care for it. I'll just laugh and say, it
Eat
probably
your
didn't look
own.
the best. You know, that's an opinion. That's a dignified response. Your personal opinion, even constructive criticism is fine. Just don't be rude, and don't use any words that you wouldn't want an 8-year-old to read. Just be nice. Just be nice. Watching from Newfoundland. Well, hello, Maggie. How are
Hello.
you? I love learning new cooking tips. Angela Britt, I do too. And I watch other shows and I absorb all their little tricks. And I'm like, wow, I had never thought about that. Amen, Mama. Doreen said. Amen, Mama. Donna said.
Yeah.
Prayers. Penny, yes, prayers. Hi, y'all from Kentucky. Hey, Sue. We was just up your way today. We love watching y'all. Lonnie, we love having y'all here.
While I was in Kentucky, we met
Mom said that too, Alice.
Jessica.
Jessica, if you're watching, it was a pleasure to meet you. I think she's a transport driver for taking people to the hospital. What a blessing that is. My dad used transport drivers, and I'm telling you, he fell in love with every one of them, and they were like family. And they came here for events that we would have, and they just became family. And when he passed, they all showed up, and you could tell the love was there. But Jessica, it was great to see you today. And if y'all see us out somewhere, we love to meet you. We love to meet y'all.
She
And
had the prettiest, pleasant smile about her.
you did, Jessica.
Just welcomed you to be friends with her.
Exactly. But it was a pleasure to meet you, Jessica, and thank you for coming up and saying. And she just came up and she said, "Oh, I can't leave without speaking to y'all. I just love y'all. We watch you."
And
I said, "Well,
thank
thank
you
you."
for your job you do to help the sick. Very, very important.
Exactly,
I appreciate
Jessica.
what you do.
Mama and I have a soft spot for anybody in the medical field. We dealt with it so much with Daddy, and we know. And not only that, the transport drivers, the people in the medical field, they became real people. Not just someone doing something for him, but they became friends. They became close to us. We learned about them. We learned about their families. We learned, I mean, it was a personal relationship, and what a wonderful, we met some great friends.
When people sick, they need kindness more than.
And they need comfort, and they need
Yeah.
familiarity.
Yeah.
They really do. Oh, from Kentucky. Hey, Patty. I would love to meet you both. Well, Bonnie, we'd love to meet you too. If you see me and Mama out, we are not famous. We are not. We are just people with a Facebook, just like you are.
Plain old country people.
No different than what you are. You're watching us, and I see you got a Facebook page, and that's all we have. And we love to meet people. We really do.
I just thought of little Travis. I want to say hello to him too. He's watching.
Yeah, little Mama's one of Mama's nurses. She sees about every week now. I always talk about her son Travis. Travis, we're watching. We thank you for watching.
Yeah.
And we want to say hello to you.
Hello, huh?
Hello from Portland, Oregon. Hey, Snooky, how are you? I have friends in Florida too. Catherine, are they okay? I mean, I'm sure you checked on them today. Come to Pensacola, Florida. Hey, Donna, we've been to Pensacola. Jesus tells us peace, I'll leave you. Exactly, Lisa. I love that. From Iowa. Hey, Tina from Iowa. I'd love to meet you both. Deb, we'd love to meet you too. I wish there was some way we could meet everybody and cook and have a big old meal together. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Would be some cooking.
Be some cooking. That may be more than you've ever cooked for, Mama.
Yeah.
Blessings, Mama and John. Hey, Rosemary, how are you? Hey, Sherry. God bless the both of you. Love you. Ah, hey, Janice. Tracy. Okay, folks, this is supper tonight and lunch for me tomorrow. Now,
Yeah.
Mama probably won't eat that again.
It was good.
Mama didn't eat what we had
Even
last
the
night.
spinach was good, and I'm shocked that it was.
Mama wouldn't even eat that last night. I think. Did you like last night better than tonight?
Well, I don't know. They're both real good.
I asked her, I said, "You want that for lunch?" She said, "No." What'd you eat for lunch?
Cracker and cheese.
Crackers and cheese. But that's protein.
I
That's
didn't
good.
eat peaches, so you wouldn't fuss at me.
Is my fussing awful, Mama?
No, not really.
My fussing consists of laughing and saying, "Mama, you won't do." You ever heard that before? Did your granny ever tell you that, or your mom ever tell you? You just won't do. I don't know where it came from. I don't know where it originated, but we say that a lot. You just won't do. I don't know what that even means.
We might get in trouble saying some of this old stuff we don't know what it means.
Well, we could. Have a wonderful night, John and Mama. You too, Joseph. Y'all have a great night and have a blessed tomorrow. Get up in the morning. If you've had a bad day today, do yourself a favor. Decide tonight before you go to bed, I'm gonna have a good day tomorrow. Get up in the morning, be thankful for waking up, and then say, "Lord, thank you for giving me a good day today." Sometimes just claiming it before we get it, or thanking Him before He gives it to us, helps us along the way. And I like the old saying, today's a good day to have a good day. And life does give us bumps, and life is full of trouble. And
But
that's
if
not
we
a secret.
didn't have those bumps along the way, we'd never appreciate all the good days.
Exactly.
Because you get settled in all the good days. Then
And
you
it
don't
takes
appreciate-
2 mountaintops to make a valley. So you may be in the valley today, but you got 2 mountaintops to enjoy. So enjoy those mountaintops, enjoy the good days, and make a good day.
None of the Bible people had perfect lives, and
Why nobody had a perfect life?
And
Even
through all
Jesus didn't have a perfect life.
he suffered and done a
Exactly.
lot.
But we have a beautiful life. Blessed beyond measure. Just tickled to death every
More
day.
than we ever deserve.
And find, it's not a party every day. But find some beauty. You may see a bird, and it gives you a smile on your face. Enjoy that bird. Enjoy that sunshine. I've enjoyed the blue skies today. If I didn't even see one bird, I enjoyed them blue skies.
We talked about them, on the way home, how beautiful
The
they
sky
were.
was so pretty and blue. Fall skies, when the sun
Yesterday.
gets to that angle in the fall, and it kind of gives that sky that dark blue color.
Tuesday and today's both, they was just perfect.
October around here, we have beautiful leaves. It ain't happened yet. But the blue skies
They were
here are
beautiful.
so pretty. And it was just a blue sky day, and I went out this morning early, and the birds were singing. I know that sounds cliche, but people, something about them birds,
They cheer you up.
they cheer you up. And them babies wasn't barking. They was just laying out there. I think they like the birds, too. Maggie didn't like them. Maggie didn't appreciate the birds.
Maggie didn't like the crows at all.
Maggie didn't like nothing in her yard. But these two babies here, they don't care. If it's a squirrel, now I don't understand. Have you noticed? I'm sure, yeah, we talked about it. We have squirrels in the front yard, and they must be foreign squirrels that these babies don't get to see enough of. They'll bark and carry on at the squirrels in the front yard.
But never.
But the ones in the backyard who's in the tree right before they sleep, and they run up down the tree, and they don't even pay attention to them.
That's out of their territory.
I think they're so used to those. Like, if I bark every time that squirrel comes down that tree,
I never hush.
I just be barking all the time. We have fox here, and they know it. We have deer. Right now, we've got plenty of deer. The morning one jumped right out in front of me, right here in the yard. But when the deer come through at night, we know it because they bark. And
We have coyotes.
We have black bears. So if a bear comes through, a coyote comes through.
Lots of rabbits.
Them two right there go crazy. And rabbits. I don't worry about them. Now, I did Oliver when he was a puppy. But now that he's grown, they can run faster, and they carry on. I don't think there's any danger of anything ever filling with them. And they're just like a pair. I mean, they're just together. When you see one, you see the other. And they love it, don't they, Mama?
Yeah. And I think they're so cute when they're laying right up against each other and like putting their legs across to one another.
Abby will literally snuggle Oliver up. She'll put her paw over his shoulder, and he'll hunker up next to her. And that's like how. Now they'll fight and carry on over food and other things, but when it comes right down to it, they love each other. Don't they, Mom?
Yeah, I think it's so sweet of her. She's protecting him. He probably would protect her now.
He's bigger than her now. Mm-hmm. He's full hound. I don't know what he is. He's a mix, and he's turning. What'd you say? He was turning rusty.
Yeah.
He was Snow White with a few little brown spots.
He
now,
was white as this napkin. It had a spot on two on his tail, and on his shoulder up here, and Snow White. And now he's getting more brown than he is white. I said, what happened to our baby?
I'll show you when I can. You can't get him still, but he looks like a Dalmatian now. Under his skin, his hair's still white, but all of his skin, you can see them little brown circles all over him. He may have some Dalmatian. I don't know. But and he's got a spot on his neck that I think is getting bigger, brown. It's a big brown patch.
And his tail just had a few spots, and now it's brown.
It's brown. It's cute. he's getting grown. You know how a lot of kids start out with blonde hair, bright blonde hair, and then they get brown headed. I was one of them. I had
blonde
towhead. They call them towheads.
Yeah.
Blonde, white hair, and then you get brown.
All of us had blonde hair. Aretha didn't. Sonny did some. Mm-hmm. But all of us had blonde hair, and they all turned brown headed except me and Bernice.
And that's where Oliver is. He's changing every day. Love that baby, I swear. every morning when I open the door, he has to come in. He comes in, but he wants to go right back out, but he wants to come in. Abby don't care nothing about it. Abby just looks at him.
He
like,
just comes in and checks if you're going to feed him good or not.
I don't know. I think he just comes in for territorial privileges.
Look at me. I get in and you don't.
And well, I figure, I tell myself, oh, you want to come in here and coat my pants legs with your hair? I got it. Marking your territory. He does that. But they're just super sweet. Even when I get aggravated at them, like when they're barking at 2:30 and 3 o'clock in the morning, I think them babies right there trying to protect us. I'm going to tell you something. If they bark, there's something out there. They don't bark for no reason. When they bark, you go out there, you'll find something. Or you'll hear something running through the woods or something. They don't bark for no reason. Mm-mm. Even Mama agrees to that one.
Yeah, I don't want to fuss at them too much.
Now, we don't fuss at them. Now, sometimes I'll knock on the window, and that's all it takes. It's just when they hear that, they kind of like, okay, we're loud. They calm down. But even if you knock and it's something or somebody, then they just keep barking, letting you know, like, nope, you can knock on that window if you want to, you better get out here and take care of this situation. Mama, we just keep talking. I could talk to these folks all night.
I know you could.
If y'all were here, you'd get the same treatment. This is why we treat our family and
you
our
make
friends.
fun of me for going to the car, talking to people.
Yeah, you do that, Mama. I do it too, though. But, you just love people and you want to be with them. Mm-hmm. And you just want to talk and carry on the whole time. There's enough here for a good lunch or two left over. That's chicken and that Alfredo and that spinach. Isn't it Florentine? Is it spinach? Don't that mean spinach?
Don't ask me.
I've got enough spinach for a good salad. Mm-hmm. Love you both. I
just want to mention Rhonda.
Kendra, we love you too.
Our friend Rhonda had a 5-hour treatment today. Just lift her up in prayer and stuff.
Catherine, I wish she was too. I'm a talker too, Angela Britt says. Angela Britt, I think you've been here since the very beginning. Angela Britt sent us some stuff the other day. Angela, and I didn't even know. Angela sent us some stuff from Walmart.
Yeah.
And it was showed up on the porch. And I thought maybe somebody here brought it. And Angela, I didn't know till that day that we could get Walmart delivered. And then I talked to one of my friends. They said, yeah, you can. They bring it all the way up here now. I said, really? I didn't know that. And I said, well, they delivered some to our house the other day. So that's a neat. We didn't used to have that kind of luxury, extravagance.
That's only for rich people, I'll tell you.
Well, I just didn't figure we'd ever have it. Why would we have
either.
it? That's like DoorDash. Is that what y'all call it? Where you can get food sent? We ain't got that. We ain't got that.
When you live in the country like this, it's shocking to see something like that.
We are country folk, right down to we're used to it. We're used to it. All right, folks, we got to go, Mama.
Yeah.
You're talking their leg off, Mama.
I'm sorry.
I'm just glad to have you back feeling good and got your hair brushed.
You worry about my hairbrush more than I do.
That's what you say. I said, Mama, you going to come in here? No, I'd have to get up and brush my hair and fix it.
I'm feeling better, so I can brush it a little bit every once in a while.
She didn't want you to see us in her pajamas. That's the truth of it. Them big old... What are your pajamas made out of, Mama? You have to tell me.
Like velour. They ain't flannel. They're more like a velour.
Velour?
Yeah, that's what it is.
They're about that thick.
No, they're not. They're little thin cloth.
And they look like velvet. I call them Elvis pajamas. And they got different patterns on them. She wears a different one every day. But they're hot looking. Just looking at her. You can just look at her and you're like, whew, that'd be so hot.
You get hot too fast. I don't. I'm sitting here with this sweater on and cold.
And you'd be doing the same thing in July.
I know it. I did in July.
Earlier, she was in there with this sweater on and her thick blouse, and she had that electric throw, and I know it was on.
Yes, it's on.
And it was right up here. And I said, what are you doing? She said, I'm snuggled up in this chair, and I'm going to watch some Murder, She Wrote. I said, what you was watching?
No, I forgot. Oh, Columbo.
Columbo. I'm going to watch some Columbo. If I go to sleep, don't bother me. Oh, Mama, say goodbye, Mama.
Goodbye, Mama. God bless you all. Have a wonderful night.
It's been wonderful visiting with y'all. Always have a blessed night. Lord willing, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.